Welcome to the Fleet Geeks podcast. We're here to help develop fleet and transport professionals. Do you want to progress and develop your skills and knowledge? We promise to bring lively conversation and debate around interesting issues and keep you bang up to date with changes in our awesome industry. The Fleet Geeks are a community of professionals, and if you enjoy the podcast, why not join the discussion for free in the Fleet Geek community over on Facebook?
I'll tell you an interesting story about Cups, and they're probably going to get some. When I was in my previous role, when I worked for a well-known members organisation,
right on the topic today, mate.
Right on topic, but a previous members association that I worked for. When I first started doing training, going around the country doing training, whenever I was offered a cup of tea and they came out with a branded mug, I would keep the mug. And eventually, but after a very short period of time, the boot of my car was like full of mugs, and I thought, I think I'll probably stop doing this now. But but I always ask permission, by the way, before anybody says, "Oh, you stole a cup from me." And back in 6 years ago, you stole a cup from me. And no, I always ask permission. But I kind of stopped doing that when I kind of run out of space to put cups. So I don't know how many I got, not that many, but yeah.
How was your Christmas, mate?
Yeah, it was. It was not very well, to be fair.
Oh, I'll tell you what, I've just timed this podcast badly, haven't I, Bas?
Yeah, because everybody knows now when we recorded this.
Yeah, never mind. Anyway, carry on.
You'll
be listening to this in February or March, but don't worry about it.
But Christmas has only just happened. Think it's not that long till next Christmas. So I wasn't very well, Pete. I succumbed to this, whatever it is that's going round. It's whatever flu-y, coldy type thing, and these things we've had in the past, but just bad timing at Christmas, really. It's happened to me before over Christmas.
Having spoken to people, I feel pretty fortunate to have given it a swerve. It sounds like there's been a lot of people who haven't been too clever, with stuff. So, it'd be the funny thing is it's like, if you probably looked at the data now in comparison to March 2020, when the whole world collapsed and everything locked down, it's probably a bit worse off by the sounds of it, because literally everyone I've spoken to has been really poor.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm as right as rain now. And I know you did a LinkedIn Live on New Year's resolutions, and it's never a good time to start diets and things, but I really have to, because I really need to get some weight off. So I've done that, and I've had a good week. So I lost 4 pounds in my first week. So,
mate, that's really good progress, isn't it?
Going in the right direction. Let's just hope it will last. Let's just hope it will last until this podcast goes out.
Yeah, absolutely. Although you've only got statistically, you've only got a 16% chance of it happening.
I know. I did listen to the podcast.
Okay. So one of the things we're really excited to talk about is that we've got some big plans for 2023, and probably not long after this podcast goes live, we'll be really sort of banging the drum about it. But I just wanted to sort of have an initial podcast recording around the plans, but we've had a range of feedback from people over the year about Fleet Geeks, and it's crazy to think that it's not even a year old yet. We ought to work out when the first podcast went out and actually do a birthday, I reckon. We had ought to do a bit of a birthday, but definitely. Like with anything, we don't know how many episodes we've done. We probably need to go and check. We haven't catalogued any of the episodes, which we probably ought to do. So, but it's difficult when something's like the podcast is free, because we tend to keep up the commitment to do it, which is the main thing. Because most people will commit to doing something and then give it up, as we know with New Year's resolutions, and particularly from a business point of view, it doesn't pay the bills. No. Mike and I are here having a good old chinwag, but essentially no one's paying for the service, and we know we give a lot of value, and people do listen in, and that's fantastic. But at the same time, I think one of the things is needed is for us to have a bit more accountability around what we're putting out and what we're doing for people. So we're teaming up. Obviously, people will know listening that we have the free podcast that people have available to them, and then we also have like the peer-to-peer group, which is a paid-for service. And we thought, I do get feedback, I'd have gone on your peer-to-peer group, but it's too bloody expensive and I haven't got enough bloody money.
Mm.
Well, do you know what? If you didn't have 2 takeaways this month, you'd be able to pay for the peer-to-peer network. And what's more important, your professional development or having 2 takeaways? There's sorry, I sounded a bit negative then, didn't I, Mike?
Well, you talked about food.
Oh yeah, sorry, mate.
I'm of the disposition where talking about food actually makes me so. But yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It's a pair of trainers. It's a pair of trainers.
That's better.
Or a pair of shoes or whatever.
It's incredibly good value. That's what.
Yeah. It's the same as a gym membership or whatever, isn't it? So
exactly.
If you invest in a gym membership, is it as good to invest in your professional development, personal development in the same way? That's obviously a question only you can answer. But certainly, I know the peers who have been as part of the peer-to-peer group have got great value from the year and the things that they've been doing. So anyway, what are we looking to do in 2023, Mike? Is launch our overall membership package. It sounds exciting.
That does sound exciting. So, what kind of I think first thing to get out of the way is thank you very much everybody who listens to Fleet Geeks. It really is becoming well known now. People mention it, and not quite in the street yet, but certainly in the industry. As I go around the place, people say, "Oh yeah, we listen." Most unexpected times, people listen to the Fleet Geeks, and I think the we're always going to try our best, as you say. We do give up this time. This time isn't accounted for, but we have committed to carry on doing the Fleet Geeks podcast. I think that's one thing, isn't it? But so what kind of when we talk about membership, what kind of thing are you talking about there, Pete? What sort of
absolutely.
What's available?
So to give people a bit of a framework around it is there's actually 6 types of membership. There are 6 types of membership, and I wanted to ensure that there is a membership level and something that meets the needs for any type of transport or fleet professional for them to be involved with Fleet Geeks. So no one has any excuses, and it starts at completely free, which I think is really important.
Which is the podcast.
Yeah, so completely free. We're going to call the networker. Okay, so and if people are listening to this, go and check out our Fleet Geeks page, which will be live when this goes live, and there'll be a link in the podcast chat for you to go and have a look. But so that's going to be raised and launched in due course, and it will be available as this podcast goes live. So do check out the Fleet Geeks page on the flagship website. But the free networker package is you get full access to the podcast. You'll get full access to the Facebook group, which is free of charge. And you will also get access to 2 times monthly networking events. So for the last year, we've been running single monthly networking events on a Wednesday morning. And we've got our colleague, John, who has kindly agreed to do Saturdays additionally. So you're going to have an option for those. And interestingly, we are going to request that networkers still sign the charter or still agree to our charter. So we're going to be a bit strict actually about this because one of the things I've learned, the reason why Fleet Geeks is the go-to networking that people choose to go to and why it's as good and successful as it is because we have standards that we maintain. So what we're going to insist on is if you come along to the networking and aren't going to engage in talking, which is what it's all about. If you're not going to have your camera on, then you're not going to be able to be part of the networking. So you're only going to be able to come into networking if you have your camera on and can engage in the conversation. And the other one is around timekeeping. So one of the things that really frustrates me is we give everyone the opportunity to get involved with the networking. So everyone gets an opportunity to speak and introduce themselves. There's nothing more frustrating than people arriving late and they haven't got to hear, they get to speak, but they haven't got to hear who everyone else is in the room. So from now on, if people arrive late to the networking, they won't be able to join either. So we're going to be getting quite strict. So, but I think that's going to work. I think that's going to work for people. So that's going to be the free networking. We then have our first level of paid membership, which is the member. So a paid member will get all of the free stuff, but they will additionally get access to monthly CPD. Monthly CPD recordings, which are going to be going out, where we get CPD sessions on a monthly basis, and they're going to not going to be able to attend them live, because that's going to be the next membership grade up, but they're going to be able to access the recordings to those. They're also going to have access to a monthly newsletter, and similar to other membership organizations in the industry, they're also going to be able to use the Fleet Geeks logo.
Hi, it's Pete from Flagship Partners. We're really proud to sponsor the Fleet Geeks podcast. Flagship Partners offer a range of consultancy and training services to ensure that our customers remain compliant and have the best possible knowledge to be able to fulfill their work. If you're interested in support with any of our safety, HR or compliance services, or you want to train to be a transport manager or need driver CPC training, give us a call today.
As well. So that's going to be the member package, and that's going to be able to show that you're committed to your CPD, you're committed to your ongoing professional development, and that is the initial membership there. So it's £20 plus the VAT, or if you're not VAT registered, it's £24. The next package, which is £50 plus VAT, or £60, is the professional member. So a professional member, for their slightly uplifted pricing, will also get access to the CPD sessions, which are going to be, they're going to get to go live. So they're going to get to ask questions and be part of the Q&A session. And they're also going to get access to an exclusive private Facebook group, which is aside from the free members. Yeah. So what will happen in that Facebook group is they will get a better level of quality of response, because one of the things that we have as part of the Fleet Geeks is we have 4 mentors as part of the Fleet Geeks who are industry professionals and very well respected, and we know that the advice that will be given off the back of that is of the highest quality, and where necessary it will be vetted by a transport regulatory solicitor who isn't one of the mentors, but we have access to them to be able to check that. So in that additional access to private Facebook group, people will be able to stand on the quality of the advice given, which is missing, I feel, from many of the other Facebook groups, because as we know, people go into the Facebook groups, ask questions, and you get a wide variation of responses. So the thing with that Facebook group, you're not going to be guaranteed an instant response, but you will get a response in due course, and it will be of a high quality in the advice you need. So that's the professional member. So you'll get those additional benefits for that uplift. We've then got the peer-to-peer membership, which is already existing. That's either £125 plus VAT or £150 a month if you're not VAT registered. And that includes the monthly 3-hour peer-to-peer sessions, and you also get the peer-to-peer WhatsApp group for direct support. So if you spoke to any of our peer-to-peers, and as part of this launch, I think we're going to get them back on the podcast. People will get to see the value of having that WhatsApp group available to you, access to 4 mentors where people can ask questions around some advice, and they're able to get that advice via the WhatsApp group, which they can obviously rely on as good quality support and advice. And then the 5th level of membership there, which does have a price attached to it, is the elite member, which is £200 plus VAT, or £240. And additionally to all of the other benefits they get, so they get all the podcasts, they get the CPD events, they get the peer-to-peer mentoring, they get access to the private WhatsApp group, they are additionally going to get, and get this, before I say what people are going to get for it, do you know, I got an email from Audible today about how many hours of CPD I did through Audible last year.
Oh, wow.
How many hours do you reckon?
Well, no, you like listening to your ebooks. I do as well. I probably wouldn't get CPD for the stuff I listen to, but well, not all of it. But go on, no, good. I wouldn't have I know you, and I think as well. A little trick that I learned was that you can listen to books at higher speed, can't you? You can speed it up. So no, I wouldn't have a clue.
Okay. 1,600 minutes, which equates to 160 hours. No, sorry, 8,500 minutes, which equates to 165-ish hours.
165 hours.
Yeah, it works out.
Wow.
It works out something like it's at least 20 minutes every day of reading. It works out like a book a week, basically.
Yeah.
So anyway, the elite member will get additional 1 hour of one-to-one coaching additionally on a monthly basis for their additional elite membership, and they can choose any one of the mentors to have that one-to-one coaching with, and they will also get an ongoing monthly business support and mentoring additionally as well. So if they're in business, we'll be able to support them with that too. So not only will they get coaching on transport manager services, they'll get also coached on a business or CPD basis as well. So I think that represents fantastic value for money from the elite membership as well. And then the final membership, which won't be part of the page, which will be something for us to discuss on a bespoke basis, which will be a corporate membership. So if we have any larger businesses who want to enroll their transport managers onto one of the paid memberships, we would do a bespoke pricing for that, where they can give access to their transport managers when they've got a range of transport managers across their businesses. So obviously these memberships, you can either pay for them yourselves, or you could maybe convince your business, your employer, to pay for them. Or if you're self-employed, then you can put them through expenses. But this is going to demonstrate proper CPD for fleet and transport professionals, where they will get access to CPD certificates and genuine CPD developmental opportunities within the framework. So we're a bit fed up of the other offerings that are out there, and we're ready to go for our membership services.
I know it might sound a little bit cliched, but we as Fleet Geeks, we do, obviously we lean on that other support as well, because it's such a great and deep sort of pool of resource we've got there. But it's that old cliche, isn't it? I wish I'd have had this available when I was starting out. It's just a level that you couldn't have imagined those years ago. This becoming something. So very, very exciting, isn't it? And
it is really exciting. So that's going to be going live, and there'll be an inquiry form that people can complete on the website. So the link will be on there. So if you're interested, send us an inquiry. And what I will say is that if something doesn't work for you, it's completely risk-free. I'll always stand on that full satisfaction or your money back. So there's absolutely no risk whatsoever. I absolutely stand on that. And to be honest, at the entry level cost of those services, it's I'm going to make sure that people get real value for money. And if they feel like they're not, I am one person who will always listen, and we will adjust those membership services to ensure that people, are satisfied with what they're getting. That's absolutely of paramount importance to us, Mike. So, I think hopefully listeners will be really interested in our membership services.
It does. It sounds fantastic, doesn't it? And of course, the entry level one there's no discount because it's free. Exactly that. So if people, we will always provide services that are people, if they want to dip their toe in the water, they are able to completely risk-free. And what I would say with any of the paid for services, I'm always willing to allow you to dip your toe in the water risk-free for that as well. So absolutely.
So with that, I can hear the children are home from school.
That's that's
just about right timing. And do you know what? We're right on the money again. 19
right on the money again. Look at that. We're getting good at this, aren't we?
Yeah, we are, mate. This is going to be a 20-minute podcast as well, mate. Right on the money.
Fantastic.
So, I have to go off to take Shannon to ballet. So, it's all good fun. I don't get to wear a tutu either.
No, I was going to say, do you partake or
No, my days of wearing leotards are long gone, Mike. I'm afraid.
I have to say, just a few months ago, just a couple of months ago, we went to the ballet in Peterborough, and first time I've ever been to a ballet. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I did.
Did you? Oh, fantastic! Yeah, so I've never been apart from to Shannon's shows. So, hopefully people have enjoyed this podcast, and if you have, please do like
Absolutely.
and share and subscribe to the podcast, and do send us an inquiry form if you're interested in membership. Give us a
Please
shout.
do.
Mike.
Yeah, it's going to be really exciting 2023.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure, Mike. Catch you in a bit.
Cheers.
See you on the next
See
one.
you later. Bye.
Cheers, mate. Bye-bye.
I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, please share with your friends and colleagues too. Join us for free on Facebook with the Fleet Geeks community for transport and fleet managers. Fleet Geeks offers ongoing professional development, networking and mentoring too. So get in touch with me, Pete Rushmer, on any social media platform to find out more.